of you for coming. It's a great example of the energy that there is in this country, and an energy I felt at the Republican convention last week, that we need changes in America if we're going to save America and pass on to the next generation the same freedoms and liberties that you and I have received in the last 9 generations have passed on, and those freedoms and liberty are in jeopardy because we have a president who has gone so far to the left of usurping the Constitution, doing things like adjourning the Senate when the Constitution says only the Senate can make a determination when it's in adjournment, or appointing a lot of czars, or doing a lot of things by executive order. Or in my case of Fast and Furious, giving executive privilege to 74,000 pages of documents that the Congress of the United States ought to have to make sure that we can show that this president has not forcefully, faithfully executed the laws of this country when they tell gun dealers to sell guns illegally that end up at the murder scene of one of our Border Patrol agents. That's what we're up against, the Constitution being ignored. Now I have the privilege of representing those of you that are Iowa residents, and all of you are, in the United States Senate. But I have more of a privilege today to introduce to you the next Vice President of the United States. And let me tell you why that ought to be a privilege for you to meet a person that's got guts to bring up a lot of issues that even some Republicans haven't been willing to bring up. And one of those issues is a 44% of government spending that we don't even appropriate, that if we don't get it under control, like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, we're never going to be able to ever pass on to the next generation a fiscally sound government that we ought to have. And this person has not only said that he's willing to discuss that, as you heard him say a week ago, he's taken the fight to the opposition. And you know why they don't want to take that fight? Because they have no plan. They have no plan. And that ought to be a winner for us. More importantly, let me tell you how this administration fears the next Vice President of the United States. Take you back to early February 2009, when the President called a lot of Republican leaders and congressmen down to the White House to have what was supposed to be a 4-hour dialogue on health care, a 4-hour dialogue. It was all on television. It ended up being 3 hours of the president speaking and a few of us getting a few minutes to speak. And every time one of us would speak, he would dominate and come back and belittle everything that we tried to say about the direction we thought health care reform ought to take in America. But when Congressman Ryan got done with telling his view of what the president wanted to do on health care reform, he shattered the president so much and shocked the president so much that the president had no comeback on Congressman Ryan. We got a guy that's going to take it to them, and we don't have to be fair about it, because what we're worried about is the next generation, not the next election. And we want to do it and we're going to do it in a constitutional way. We're with an administration that believes in trickle-down government. We believe in a philosophy, according to the Constitution, we want to trickle government up to government, not have government trickle down to us. So, where we are here, it's my privilege to have the Vice President come here and to have you give him an honor and a welcome that is notorious for Iowans. And he is the next Vice President of the United States, so I welcome the next Vice President of the United States, Paul Ryan.